Humans aren't the only ones smashing records in the Guinness Book of World Records. Turn a few pages and you'll find a few records set up by robots as well. From completing races at lightning fast speeds, to giving Rubik's Cube players everywhere a run for their money, and getting their groove on the dance floor. Here are some of the craziest and the wildest world records involving some high-grade technology. Number 14. Strongest robot arm. Starting with the strongest robot arm, which can easily take on the most muscular gym dudes on their best days. The M2000 IA/2300 super heavy payload robot boasts massive strength. The 6-axis robotic arm can move objects as heavy as 2,300 kilograms. What's even more impressive is that this bad boy can rotate a full 360 degrees around its fixed floor mounting and has a horizontal reach of 3.7 meters. Meanwhile, the Super Heavy's rivals, the Kuka Titan and the Kawasaki MG15HL, operate in the smaller leagues with a load capacity of 1,350 kilograms and 1,500 kilograms respectively. The robot is the work of Fanuc Corporation from Japan and has been the undefeated bad boy in the ring since 2016. Number 13. Fastest robot to solve a Rubik's Cube. So, you think you've mastered the Rubik's Cube? Feel like taking on Ben Katz and Jared J. Carlo's groundbreaking robot? The two gentlemen's invention is a Rubik's Cube genius and holds the record for solving the Rubik's Cube in record time. Get this, the bot did it in 0.38 seconds. For reference, Max Park, who holds the record for the fastest time to solve a 3x3x3 rotating puzzle cube, did it in 3.13 seconds. Ben and Jared crossed paths at the MIT Electronics Research Society and eventually designed the robot through mutual effort. Number 12. Longest distance flown by a hoverboard. Who said hoverboards were only for getting around the airport? French jet ski champion Frankie Zapata showed everyone how to get around on water on a hoverboard in April of 2016. He set off from the coast of Sauzet-les-Pins in the south of France on his jet-propelled hoverboard and traveled for an unbelievable 2,252 meters. At a height of 50 meters, Frankie impressively piloted the aircraft, designed by his own company, Zapata Racing. The flyboard air can go as high as 10,000 feet and as fast as 93 miles per hour. The previous record in this category was held by Canadian inventor Catalin Alexandru Duru, who wowed everyone in May 2015 by flying his hoverboard for a mind-blowing 905 feet and 2 inches at a height of 16 feet. He needed to fly a minimum of 164 feet to beat the previous world record for the category, but he blew the competition out of the water that day at Lake Uaru in Quebec, Canada. He wanted to show everyone that hoverboards can be used for stable flight with an impressive ability to reach some scary heights. Catalin used a propel-based mechanism on the board that took him 12 months to design. Number 11. The fastest 100 meters by a bipedal robot. Meet Cassie, the bipedal robot that holds the world record for the fastest 100 meters. A bipedal robot is a robot that can walk on 2 legs, just like human beings. Built by Agility Robotics from Oregon State University Dynamic Robotics Laboratory. Cassie completed the dash in 24.73 seconds, which isn't fast enough to take on Usain Bolt, but it is fast enough to put most folks in your gym class to shame. What's more impressive is that Cassie finished the race standing and returned to standing without falling, which is not a small feat for a bipedal robot. Cassie was able to set the record thanks to a neural network trained for almost a year in simulation. In fact, the robot employed the help of 2 neural networks, one that focused on running and the other that focused on standing. The main problem here wasn't Cassie's speed. The folks at Dynamics Robotics Laboratory achieved some impressive speeds in the simulation. Instead, the crucial concern was getting Cassie to stay on her feet after finishing the race, because robots before Cassie had completed the race in record time, but they crashed. That said, Cassie's record is an important milestone, not only for Oregon State University, but for bipedal locomotion research everywhere. Number 10. The largest LED mirror screen display. If you think your local cinema's got a pretty big screen, you might want to think again. On the 20th of December 2020, the United Arab Emirates showed everyone how it's done during the Dubai Expo 2020. The country stunned everyone with the debut of the world's largest LED mirror screen display. At 1,302 square meters, there is no matching the sheer size of this screen. Meanwhile, the record for the world's largest LED screen display is held by Beijing, China. Located at the place, the screen expands across 7,500 square meters. The massive screen has been built by stacking 5 huge screens in a line. Number 9. The furthest distance covered by a quadruped robot. Are you struggling to get in your daily steps? Well, maybe Jingji number 1 can inspire you. The robot holds the record for the furthest distance covered by a quadruped robot at 134 kilometers. Unlike a bipedal robot, a quadruped walks on all fours. Jingji is the creation of Professor Li Quindu and his team at the College of Automation of Chongqing University of Post and Telecommunications. The robot completed the challenge without refueling, which means it kept walking for a continuous 54 hours 34 minutes. That's 1,405 laps on an 85.39 meter indoor track, leaving the previous record holder in the dust at 65.19 kilometers. To make it even more impressive, Jingji was 1.18 times faster. The total number of steps comes down to a mind-blowing 34,000. Li's goal here was to improve robot mobility so that it could eventually be used for longer treks. Number 8. The fastest text message typed on a touchscreen. In 2014, Marcel Fernandes Filho from Brazil schooled everyone. He typed a 25-word text message in a record time of 17 seconds on an iPhone, earning himself a spot on the pages of the Guinness World Book of Records. The previous record was held by Franklin Page at 35.54 seconds. Marcel used a special keyboard, Fleski by software company Centellia, which removes predictive text and allows users to type via touch typing, which is basically typing without looking at the screen. Number 7. Most skips by a robot in 1 minute. On the 5th of March 2022, PentaX set the world record for the most skips by a robot in just 1 minute. The robot was the work of Ricoh Company Limited in Ebina, Kanagawa, Japan, including multiple team members. They all worked together to make a hopping Penguin Chan doll and then combined 5 of these dolls to make a Penguin Chan jump rope machine. The record was previously held by a different bot at the National Institute of Technology Nara College in Japan at 106 jumps in 1 minute. Interestingly, the previous record holder was a penguin bot as well. Number 6. The largest humanoid robot. Introducing in corporate association, Gundam Global Challenge's humanoid robot. At 18 meters, the robot is an absolute behemoth and looks like something straight out of a sci-fi movie. The bot holds the record for the largest humanoid robot since December 3rd, 2020. The design has been inspired by the RX-782 Gundam from the original animated series Mobile Suit Gundam, released in 1979, and was in fact created to celebrate the series' 40th anniversary. More importantly, the humanoid is capable of moving its digits, and it can even bend down on one knee. Number 5. The smallest humanoid robot. On the other end of the spectrum, there's Redbot, the world's smallest humanoid robot at 152.3 millimeters. The robot is the creation of Zain Ahmed Qureshi from Pakistan, Lahore, and is capable of performing basic movements. It's even rechargeable and can be reprogrammed to carry out various tasks. Number 4. Most unmanned aerial vehicles airborne simultaneously. At 3:45:39 a.m. on September 20th, 2020, Shenzhen Damoda Intelligent Control Technology Co. Limited had everyone on the edge of their seats with their spectacular light show. 3,051 unmanned aerial vehicles soared through the sky to pay tribute to China's achievements in the space industry, while achieving one more milestone for the history books. The drones seamlessly moved to different positions to create images of China's space station, the Tiangong-1 Beidou satellite system, and much more in the sky. Thousands of them lined up to form an image of planet Earth, and then the Beidou satellite system, which is China's state-of-the-art global satellite navigation system. At the end of the night, Shenzhen Damota Intelligent Control was awarded the Guinness World Record for most unmanned aerial vehicles airborne simultaneously. The previous record was set at 2,066 UAVs by Intel Corporation. Number 3. The largest hologram display. Anyone who got to attend the Circle of Light Festival in Moscow in 2016 can count themselves as one of the luckiest people on the planet. The festival made history that year for the largest project image at a stunning 50,458 square meter image was projected onto the front of the Moscow State University's main building. That's 2.5 times bigger than the previous record, which was also held by the festival at 19,099 square meters. And if setting one record wasn't enough, the festival knocked it out of the park by setting a second Guinness World Record the very same night. Number 2. The largest robot cheerleading squad. Need someone to hype you up for your next game? Well, consider inviting the cheerleading squad from the SoftBank Robotics and Fukuoka SoftBank Hawks. With 100 peppered humanoid robots, this is the largest robot cheerleading squad. The team wowed everyone at the Nippon Professional Basketball League in Fukuoka on March 26, 2021, the day of its debut. While the robots can't execute the same handstands or back springs, they can cheer you on. These robots were introduced during the height of the COVID-19 pandemic to solve the dilemma of empty stadiums. What started as a small cheerleading squad of 5 soon turned into a world record-holding team of 100 cheerleaders. And number 1, the most dancing robots simultaneously. If you thought robots were all work and no play, well, think again. On the 1st of February 2018, 1,372 robots showed everyone how it's done on the dance floor. The dance routine was organized by Italy's Tim Spa in Rome. Over 1,000 of the company's Alpha 1S robots moved in sync with the beat, wowing everyone with their unmatched dexterity. The robots were the work of Ubitech Robots, the same Chinese company that also engineered the robots for the first record-breaking dance-off in 2016. For its second attempt, the company made its robots 40 centimeters tall, as opposed to the previous 398mm ones. The Guinness World Records adjudicator, Lorenzo Veltri, was there at the event to authenticate the record and made sure no one with stinky moves was making it to the Guinness Book of Records. The record was previously held by 1,069 Dolby machines, which put on a show in August of 2017 in China. All in all, great things are happening in the world of robotics and technology. There's no telling where we'll go from here. So, tell us in the comments, which world record impressed you the most? Was there one that we forgot to mention? And as always, be sure to leave a like and subscribe for more content like this in the future.